get it out to Darcy. Darcy into Tommy Bowe, but Bowe just unable to hold on. And Petrie glad to clear his lines. Doesn't find the touch, but another opportunity goes a-begging for Ireland. Earls slaloming his way through up to the 22 again. Trying to reignite and look at the numbers on that far side. Stephen Ferris is ignoring them for now, using that big bolt to make a dent. It's out there to Rory Best. He's looking inside for Earls. I think there's just a hint of a knock-on. It's not going to be given. Well, great handling from Ireland, if nothing else.
Handling. Their ball retention is very good, and some great carries. Great carry from Ferris there, and it's exactly what they need to do. They just need to be patient. Don't force that 50-50 pass in the conditions. But you know, that's very good play from Ireland.
And to that extent, they can't afford to look at the scoreboard and think half an hour gone and we've only got 3 points. They've got to look at the positives they've gained from the open play that we've seen from them.
Yeah, exactly. They can't be forcing it. I think, as I say, they just need to be patient, work their way into the game, hold on to the ball and try and just get, you know, a couple of scores on the board. It's not going to be a high-scoring game in these conditions, but they just need to get the dominance, put pressure in this scrum. Again, their set piece is going very well, so they just need to stay in the game. This might take 60-70 minutes to wear the USA down. They're certainly enjoying the physical contest, the USA. They're hitting the Irish runners really hard. They're big, physical, strong guys. But you know, their downfall is their set piece.
You talked about the minnows doing so well in the early matches, but quite often what we're seeing is that games are decided in the final 10-15 minutes.
Absolutely.
When the professionals, the big teams, can make their
Ireland just need to wear them down. They need to keep at it, keep in their faces, keep putting the pressure on them.
And almost getting the wheel on the Eagles. They're forcing them towards that far touchline. Actually doing well to clear. But I think it's Tom Court who's been singled out by referee Craig Gilbert.
That's exactly what they got to avoid, you know. It's a needless penalty there from Tom Court. Just a bit too enthusiastic at the side of the ruck, and it gives the USA a chance now to feel the line out after this.
We talk about the pressure on the players, but of course there's pressure on the referees as well. It's a massive occasion for them, and Craig Gilbert is in his second World Cup, but this is the first time he's been on the whistle. He was TMO and touch judge last time. It's a great opportunity for the officials, I was going to say, to enjoy the experience, maybe not in these conditions.
Yeah, it's an exciting time for them as well, and he's a very, very good referee, Craig Gilbert. He's a really nice temperament about him on the pitch, and he's done a good job so far.
He was on the whistle at Croke Park for that England-Ireland game in the Six Nations a couple of years back. His box kick gets partially charged, and Tommy Bowe again really struggling with his handling. Eventually the Eagles forward sorted out. There's nobody there to take the ball on. In the end it's Pittman who steps up. McDonald, what a servant he's been for the Eagles and of course for Leeds Carnegie. His sixth season for the Headingley club, when he gets back. Again, the kicking option chosen. You can understand why in these conditions, because it can force mistakes like that.
You see another mistake from Jordan Murphy, and Tommy Bowe's had a few. Ireland can't afford to have those mistakes. They need to, need to feel those. There was no pressure on Jordan, and it's uncharacteristic out of him. The man sitting back in the studio, Gervin Dempsey, was a great man for taking those kicks.
He would love it in these conditions.
Gervin would love these conditions, yeah.
The squall is working for the Eagles at the moment, because it's driving the rain right into the faces of the Irish back three. A quick boot away from the line out. Good work from Shane Jennings in his scrum cap. Set there for Conor Murray. Oh, well, you could see what he was thinking. He thought Ferris was on the burst, but the pass just not laying up properly.
Yeah, it was a bad option from Conor Murray. He should have come on the open side. You see Brian O'Driscoll was screeching for the ball out there. The USA only had 2 or 3 guys out there. So you see the handling errors. Ireland have 8, USA have 2. I know Ireland probably have had more possession, but they need to try and cut out those errors. Declan Kidney won't be pleased with the handling errors so far. It's great work from Shane Jennings there as well. The ball was hacked through, and you know, he made the tackle, counter-rucked. He's a guy with a great opportunity here. You know, he had a massive disappointment not being selected first time, and you know, with David Wallace's unfortunate injury, he gets the opportunity, and you know, he's a really strong player on the ground. He's a great number 7.
Talk about Declan Kidney and the impact he's had on Irish rugby. Of course, winning the 2009 Grand Slam in his first season in charge. I was reading Irish legend Keith Wood said he's a very weird, strange and wonderful man. And you look at him and you think, well, he's not your normal head man, is he? He's more of a facilitator. He's getting the best out of everybody else.
He's very good at getting the best out of players and understanding players, and you know, he doesn't do a lot of coaching anymore. He just tries to work on the preparations and the plans, and it's worked really well for him. He's had great success.
That line-out certainly not working for the Eagles. All right, taking quickly, and Sexton inviting Darcy to test out Roman Suniola's defence. Ferris takes on. Again, Ireland now have to show the patience to make the pressure count. He's there a sudden burst onto the ball. Oh, the pickup just not working for O'Callaghan, but Murray's going to take it over the gain line. Driscoll stepping in as the conduit for the next move. Jamie Heaslip.
They need to get more support on each other's backs, and those one-out runners, I think the USA are enjoying the one-on-one tackles. So I think from the Irish point of view, they just need to get on each other's backs.
Certainly can't afford to get isolated in these conditions, because there's not much of a slip pass as Sexton sets it up in the air for Tommy Bowe. Just a little too strong for the wingman to get in there. But again, the change of option working for Ireland, causing a bit of chaos in the Eagles' defence.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was the right option there, you know, on the 22. It'd be great if it came off and Tommy Bowe got the kick, but you know, it's disappointing. It's another turnover, an opportunity for the USA to clear their lines again.
4 minutes to go in this first half. Just that solitary penalty from Johnny Sexton after a quarter of an hour. The only difference between the two teams. The conditions limiting play, particularly for the Irish. About hooking in his trip down to the West Country, played with Cinderford down in the Gloucester region. They all know about front row play down there. Clever. He's played all over the world. Now playing with Suntory in Japan with the likes of George Gregan and Eddie Jones, of course, in charge.
It's good pressure in the line-out from Donnchadh O'Callaghan. You see, as I said earlier, the USA have been resorted to trying to throw a lot of ball to the front. They're obviously not that confident. There you have Gert Small. He'll be, you know, I'd be pretty pleased so far with how his forwards have gone, especially in the set piece. Obviously, we would like to see more on the scoreboard, but they've been pretty dominant so far, the Irish forwards.
Can they make that domination pay before half-time? Heaslip working to Murray very easily, and Ferris trying to get past his man. Good tackle by the number 8, Nick Johnson. Murray just unable to scoop the ball up cleanly.
Yeah, it's disappointing for Conor there. It's another little mistake again that Ireland could do without, but great to see Ferris there. Powerful man, great ball carrier, and Ireland need to utilise him more, especially in the conditions.
2 minutes to go. Which of these coaching teams are going to be the happier in the changing sheds at half-time?
I'm sure it'll be Eddie O'Sullivan, because he's openly said before the game that he wants to try and keep the score down. At this stage, the USA are still in the game. It's only 3-0, so he'll be pretty pleased. most people would expect Ireland to win this game comfortably, and I think deep down they would be looking for a bonus point here, but at this stage now I think they just want to win the game.
Well, looking for the first try maybe, with Sexton steering back inside. Scully doing well just to bring the steer down. O'Callaghan driven back. Well, if Ireland could get something on the board now, it really would be testament to their efforts in this first 40. Just calling the shots where he wants everybody. It's a slow ball though, and the blue line is in place. Sends it wide right again. Straightening up from Darcy, but Ireland doing very well to read that. Hayden Smith, the roadblock in the way of Gordon Darcy there. Now Tommy Bowe comes off his wing, looking for the ball, looking to make an impact before the break. O'Driscoll spots a gap. Best up in support. Murray, show, go. Dump to the floor, 5.5 metres out. Anticipation from the US, in particular Louis Stanfield. Still they come, still the green shirts set up for attack. Still they're repelled by the Eagles. The clock ticking round towards the 40. Tommy Bowe escapes the clutches, and Tommy Bowe is going to go in for a try. Ireland have got the score, but their work is deserved, and it's that man, Tommy Bowe, that's breached the line. Yeah,
it's a great try from Tommy Bowe. He showed his class again there. I think he's fortunate enough there because, you know, they did a little wrap around there with Ferris to Sexton, and that wasn't the idea, probably, to give the ball back into Tommy Bowe, but it worked out great for him, and it's no more than they deserve. Their dominance in the scrum and the line out has been fantastic so far, and they've been, you know, very physical. Although, you know, the USA have been very, very physical around the fringes at their one-on-one tackles, but you know, he just catches Mike McDonald out there with some quick feet, and it's a massive boost for Ireland going in at half-time.
Well, that's what you're always looking for, is to find a prop in your path when you're a winger like Tommy Bowe. His 18th try in Ireland's colours, and that is going to send them into the sheds in a far different frame of mind with the conversion from Jonathan Sexton. It's all been about the Irish in the first half. It wasn't on the scoreboard though until the last seconds, because now the scoreboard reads Ireland 10, the USA 0.
Well, it's been wet and it has been ugly, but finally a bit of Bowe brilliance brought a bit of brightness to an otherwise dull first half. Well, thank goodness for that Tommy Bowe try, because it was getting quite stressful there. But in fairness to the USA, you know, they deserved actually to be well in the game at that stage, didn't they?
I think so. The great leveller here is the conditions. They're windy and really wet, and, you know, Ireland were trying to play with a little bit of width early on, but in these conditions you just can't do that. And with the superiority that the Irish forward pack has, it's a matter of trying to just tighten it up, play to your strengths, pick and driving, conservative sort of rugby territory, all that sort of thing. And Ireland were gradually getting towards that. USA, to their credit, really flying in the tackles and making it difficult for Ireland to get going.
Before the game, Gervin, we spoke about Ireland needed a big start, and they needed a big uplifting start, and we nearly got it. There were nearly a few tries.
Yeah, definitely, but I think the conditions have played a huge part. But credit to USA, you've seen how they've defended. They've defended so strongly. They've really come off the line and got in Ireland's faces, and they've played the conditions smartly. They've put the ball in behind, forced Ireland back and put a lot of pressure on them. Ireland, unfortunately, have made a lot of errors, and that's the problem. It was a sigh of relief here that they got that try at the end, and it was through patience. It was through simple play, holding on to the ball and playing really simple rugby. 9
handling errors in total from Ireland in that first half, Lawrence, and you know it was so crucial for them to get on the scoreboard. And Tommy Bowe, well, he was a victim of a wet ball and bad conditions, finally getting the try at last there.
Yeah, I think the USA just overchased there, and Tommy Bowe, you know, picked up a really good line. I think Ferris just feeds Sexton, and just the little short passes are what are going to make the difference in these conditions. You know, Ireland have got the superiority in the scrum. They'd probably just need to tighten the game up a little bit, maybe stand a little bit closer to each other. and just pick and go and really take the game to the USA. I think they've just been guilty sometimes of kicking the ball up in the air and just playing back into the USA's hands.
We knew the USA were going to be fired up. We knew they'd be physical, but not quite so physical. Some massive hits out there.